everyone, welcome to my very first questions and answers videos. This is the first time I've ever done one of these, so let's just jump right on into it. Last year I did ask a question, do you guys like seeing my face in these videos? And I was really overwhelmed with the responses. A lot of you said you do, because you want me to talk to you. So that's why I'm talking to this camera. But no, I know you're watching on the other end there. So yeah, a lot of you said you like seeing the face-to-face interaction because it feels like I'm talking to you. It feels more informal, and you're not just seeing me sorting parts and just talking about a random topic. So that's one of the questions that I get asked. Another question that I get asked is, when am I going to do my next big mock? I don't really know yet. I'm really swamped with work. Matter of fact, I have a meeting that I got to do in like maybe 30 minutes. That's why I'm all cleaned up. Got a nice shirt on because I got to do a video conference at like 6 in the morning. So yes, I have to get up early to do these things, but that's just how life goes. So that's why I really haven't been posting a lot of the bigger mocks. I've always get questions asked, Jay, why don't you do a big mock? Everybody else is doing a mock every week or doing tutorials 6 times a day. Why can't you do those? I can't, not with a full-time career. And it's funny that most people today still don't know that I actually work full-time. Alright, so I don't know what else to say, but I just don't have the time. But I have the time to order the parts for this stuff. I'm working on 4 mocks right now. Big mocks. I just can't tell you what they are. My goal is to get them done by the end of the year, or throughout the year, but try to get them all done by the end of the year. But my main goal is I want to still focus on doing tutorials. A lot of you guys say you like the tutorials, so I'm going to focus on doing those. So let's move into today's topic, and basically it's about a story about how I got back into Lego. So I started Lego at a young age, I don't know how old, probably 3 or 4, and then I got into my teens and I wasn't really into Lego. I was interested in computers, I was interested in women, all that stuff, so it kind of got pushed off to the back. And of course it's a very sore subject, but my Lego was pretty much sold off. I only have about maybe 5% of what I had when I was a kid, which wasn't a whole lot. Several years later, I think I got back into Lego in 2007. What got me back into Lego was probably by accident. What happened was that I was in college at that time, and I think I was done with school. I was with a friend, and we had to go to a big box store to pick up some supplies for writing up a dissertation. I had like a 207-page paper I had to get done. Well, that's what it ended up to be. I had to write a very large dissertation just to get out of college. So I picked up some supplies, and we were walking right past the toy aisle, and we saw a bunch of Lego sets. I said, oh, let's take a look at the Lego. I haven't seen that in years, So we went in there, and haven't really saw a Lego set before that. And I was like, wow, man, these Lego sets haven't really changed much, but they got more cool parts, Like they had bricks that were green. I think I saw some Lego sets that were targeted for gals. They were like, I think Belleville or something like that, and Lego City, and Lego Creator, and there was a few others that I can't really remember. And I was like, man, Lego has changed. But then I saw this one set that was sitting on the shelf. I believe it's 4956. It was like a Lego Creator house. I'll have it posted up here, what it looks like. And I saw that and I thought, that'd be a pretty fun set to get. But I had to get school stuff, and I thought, well, I don't know. And then right when I was getting ready to check out of the store, I told my friend, said, hold up, I'm going to go get that Lego set, the one that we saw, the little house with the red roof. He goes, really? Seriously? I'm like, yeah. I said, I need like a palate cleanser, between study breaks, because after a while sitting there and writing up a dissertation for computer engineering was just a pain, sitting in front of the computer and just typing out code and a thesis and all that stuff was just, I needed something to relieve my stress and to kind of let my mind explore. So I ended up going and picking up the set, and he goes, really, you're going to walk up there and pay for them? I'm like, well, who's going to know it's for me, right? So I ended up buying this set, and I brought it home, set it on the table, and just went back to studying. And I think it was like 2 hours later, I was like getting a headache, and I was like, okay, I need to take a break. And then I think I was cleaning up the house and saw the set just sitting right there. So what I did is I just opened up the set and built one of the models. I built the biggest one, which was the house, the little garage, and I built that in like 20-30 minutes. I was just like really happy. I actually got to build something with Lego, and it was just something nice. It was a change from actually sitting in front of the computer and working on a paper. So I did some more studying, and I saw the house sitting there on the table again. I thought, I'm going to go build another model. So I ended up taking one of the other books and just building one of the secondary models. And then I did another build like maybe an hour later. I just, it's like I need a break from all this study and stuff. And so I built all 3 models within a day. And then I kind of just let it sit there on the shelf, and I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, I ended up buying another Lego set. So I went out like after school, picked another one up, and then built them on. I think it was the little beach house, the little yellow one with the black roof. I don't remember the number. I'll have it up here so you can take a look at that as well. And it was a smaller model, and I was really kind of happy to have that. Or it may not have been that one. It could have been, there was a tan house with the black roof, 4958. I don't remember. I'll have it up here too. But one of those I grabbed next. And I kind of started building this stuff. It was the first time I ever saw a tan Lego brick. And I thought, wow, this Lego really has changed. There's a lot of detail in these builds versus, building a house, and it was like a multicolor house when I was a kid. And now I'm building these models that were more representable as a house. So I was like, oh, cool, So I got back into that, and ever since I've been hooked. I've been like every month, like when I get paid I was working part-time as a developer. I would buy a Lego set, something small. Like I'd buy maybe like a little city set, or I think that was the only other theme I was interested in at the time. I know they had, I don't think Friends were around. I'm trying to think of anything else that I got. I know there was, I don't remember what that other one was. I think I saw a few Star Wars sets. I may have picked 1 or 2 of them up. But this is before like poly bags or whatever. They were like really small box sets, like a vehicle, like I think a police ATV was like a little box set. And I ended up bringing those home, building those as well, and I thought, I need to get some more parts, since I wanted to build my own models. And so I took apart the house with the red roof, and I believe one of the other models that I had, so it might have been the tan one. And I would actually start building my own models, but I still didn't have quite enough bricks. I think I was short roof slopes. I ended up ordering more of those online. I think I went through, at that time, I think it was called Brick Bay. Which is now called Bricklink. And I ordered probably about 200 or 300 of the little red roof slopes. Because roofs were really cool to build in Lego. And when I was a kid, I probably had maybe like 20, maybe 30 of those slopes. And it's like, oh, I need to get a bunch of those. And hold on. Oh, okay, I thought somebody was pulling up, work hours. But I thought, okay, if I can get more parts, I can build more of an elaborate house. So I ended up doing that. And this is before I knew about Lego Pick-a-Brick, or I didn't even know a Lego store existed because I was just getting back into Lego. So I ended up buying more of the slopes, and I ended up buying a bulk bag, I think on another one of those sites, like eBay or something like that. A bag full of white bricks, just straight white bricks, 1x bricks, like 1x1s, 1x2s, and and kind of went on from there. And that's kind of where it kind of led up to YouTube. I'll save that story for another video. So that's pretty much what sparked me into getting into Lego again, is college. Because if any of you guys and gals have went through school, doesn't matter if you went through a 2-year school, a 4-year school, or even graduate school, the stress just piles up on you. Now, I was going for the full 6-year term, which is graduate level. and I ended up scoring in 2 degrees and stuff like that. I couldn't have done it without Lego. So I want to know what your AFOL story is. How did you get back into Lego? Was it something that happened in your life? Was it school? Was it work? You know, that kind of stuff. Now for me, I still do Lego mainly to release stress from work. Since this pandemic, I have been doing nothing but coding. I've been doing databases. I have been doing scripting for websites. It has just been nonstop. Then I have my day job, which is the one that I'm currently running right now. That's when I'm waiting for the meeting to start. And I'll tell you, that little plastic brick has helped me through a lot. But I want to know what your AFOL story is, and feel free to drop your story in the comments. And then next time we come back, I'll read some of those on the video. All right. And if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll try to read them. Right. This is new for me, so I may not get names right. I may not be able to read the full message because I am a slow reader. But I'm going to try my best to read everybody's comments and respond back. I'll still respond back no matter what. But I'm going to try to read some of these on video as well. Let's see how this goes.